What's going on, guys? Hopefully you're having an incredible day so far. I know I am, just hanging around as well. Wanted to make sure you guys are aware of the YouTube video that we have uploaded right now that you're watching right now. Watch the whole thing, understand the actual points we're talking about for product research and actually picking proper products, because I'm very strict, but we also are having a very high hit rate with finding our winners and the consistency with that system that we've mentioned previously in other videos you can find here as well. So be sure you're actually watching the product research system videos that we have in the past, and also are watching this product audit so you can understand the exact ins and outs of what makes a winner and what makes a losing product a loser as well. Watch the entire thing, leave a like in the video, and hit the notification bell as well, and I'll see you at the end of the video. First and foremost, I'm going to be going through and kind of highlighting what I look at when we are finding new winners. Okay. And this is big for those of us who are doing great numbers as well, because your expectation shouldn't just be to scale that singular product forever. You should be building a brand, okay, that has other products around it that go ahead and feed into the main product. Okay, as you find your winner, when you find your winner, as you have your winner, the goal is consistency. Okay, 30 to 50K a month is where I would say you're ready to go ahead and do some aggressive scaling and building, which is phenomenal. Now, with that being said, as we go through and highlight each single product on my list today, I want you guys to notice how I look at items, what I'm asking myself, what things I'm actually looking at in terms of importance, okay, and how I'm validating these items. This is not only for those of us who are finding our products for the first time, okay, but also those of us who are looking to scale to the next level. When you have that winner, okay, as you have that winner, you should focus on conversions and obviously selling that product consistently. Like I mentioned, when you're at the point of 30 to 50K monthly with that said product, it's time for you to begin to branch out as you build the infrastructure of the initial item as well. That's why you should always be doing product research no matter what stage you're at. Okay, and I couldn't highlight that enough. I see too many people who are doing, 75K, 100K a month, and they think, oh, I made it. Phenomenal. Yes, you're doing great numbers, but you need to go ahead and have cushions and safety nets as well. On certain days when LeBron or, Lionel Messi, okay, your favorite sports player does bad, the other players on the team who aren't as good picks up his slack. Okay, and that's the same ideologies of what we're going to be going through today. And that's why when so many people say, hey, I found my winner, no more product research. No, that couldn't be further from the truth. Okay, what you're doing is you're narrowing down to your specific niche at this point, where you're saying, hey, okay, I understand this product is my A+ winner. I need to find a bunch of B's and C's to go ahead and capitalize for when my A winner isn't performing so well. Because in this model, inconsistencies is inevitable. And that will be something that you must deal with. And one of the best ways to deal with inconsistencies is by having other products to be sold in the same niche as well, with the same type of actual consumer avatar interest. Okay, this particular product is a cover, okay, for a pool or a boat, okay, primarily for a pool though. Okay, when there's different actual angles to hit a certain product upon, you must make sure that you're going out of your way to realize where majority of the money will be made. Okay, so many people will say, hey, I like this product, it passes the system, it may be a winner, and they go ahead and generalize the actual use of the product, okay, which is okay for some items, but not okay for items that have the 90% of the market share in a certain aspect of that item. What I mean by that is this particular product, we'd focus on pool owners, okay, and less so on people who have boats, etc. Because you could set this up on a boat, okay, on a yacht, whatever, but that's going to be less than really 5% of the market who's buying this. This is going to be primarily pool owners, okay? And I've also sold countless items just like this, and I've done very, very well. Shade is huge. Shade is outdoor experience, and shade is high perceived value. Shade is improving quality of life. Okay, and shade is incredible because you get to go ahead and have something that changes how you feel for something that is not that expensive. So this particular item here, okay, doesn't have too many orders, but because of the knowledge that we have of the market and because of how we can angle the actual marketing angle, okay, with all those points I just mentioned, this would definitely pass. See how an item that is extremely cheap, okay, that is cheap, depending on the size that you get it, okay, is going to actually have that perception, that perceived value, because the improvement of life is there, okay? It gives you a realm of kind of placement when you're underneath the actual canopy, okay? And this is huge, especially in places that are extremely, extremely hot, okay? And a lot of people won't think to get this until they're actually seeing an ad for it. This is a great impulse product, great reviews, okay, so far, which doesn't really matter off the bat because we'll always be able to get our sourcing to fix whatever problems that we see with our initial AliExpress items, okay? But particularly, it's simple. It has a lot of differentiation along with just the product. When I say differentiation, I mean how we can market it. What are the benefits of having shade? What are the benefits about having something above the pool? Less leaves will get in. All these things are contributing toward the marketing angle. So what we'd like to do is write down all of the points as to why the product has high perception, why the product will work well above pools, and why people will want to buy this. When you write these points down, that's when you start formulating your marketing angle, which is phenomenal. Yep. So Josh says, so it doesn't matter that the product does not have 200 plus orders on all. Wasn't that one of the criteria? So remember, it's not one of our hardcore criteria. It's a recommendation. Most of the products that I found to be winners are between 200 to 8,000. This particular item, okay, meets all the criteria, and because it is below, okay, it's probably not as tapped, which is okay. We're just prioritizing 200 to 8,000, but it's not a concrete actual point. Keep that in mind. It's not mandatory, which is great. My pleasure. Now, when he says these can be sold for a ton of money, I have a friend that was going to buy one for 1,000, including install, but still, exactly. And that is what we call perceived value. Phenomenal point, Wendy. Okay. Perceived value, okay, gives you the ability to charge more for an item because, hear me out here, guys. Hear me out here, guys. Okay. The perception of the market is already more expensive. People come into the market expecting to pay a higher ticket, which leads you to have much less of a barrier to break down, which is perfect for impulse selling. Phenomenal product here. Given, this will pass, my friend. Okay. Super cool product. I love it. Okay. Which is awesome. Now, this particular product here, okay, is a cooling towel. Low perceived value, but when you angle the marketing angle at the proper actual direction, you'll begin to go ahead and see how the perception could increase. So hear me out here. Items like this, from the naked eye, look low perceived value and cheap. But when you angle the creative, okay, the copy, the video, your landing page to focus on the scientifics or the science behind a product like this, it changes the game here. Your angle is not selling your product. Your angle is selling the results of the product and the change it has on the human body. Many times when you have something that goes on the body, okay, it will have a positive effect, okay, because that's why we're selling it. But the actual look of the item can be very low perceived value, and that's the case here. With that being said, we should be doing research on Google online to see how cooling the neck, cooling the chest, cooling the body pre, during, after a workout, after a run, jog, walk, bike ride, whatever, is changing the actual science behind the body and how the blood flows and how you recover. When you go deep on those points, that's when the perception is increased because they're buying the result. They're not buying the actual material of the product. They're buying the result. Okay. And that's how you have to angle this. Okay. And this obviously is extremely cheap. I would make sure you go ahead and check that because it's obviously not 1 cent. Okay. This is probably just a supplier who just didn't update it. Okay. You want to make sure you go ahead and talk to the supplier, make sure the pricing is proper, but overall see how we take a cheap looking product and angle it, doing research and using scientific studies to go ahead and increase the perceived value of the copy, creative, landing page, etc. Okay. Very, very important. And look at how we are doing that based on the look compared to the usage and science behind it. That is one of the main things that separates a good entrepreneur from a great entrepreneur, knowing how to sell products and how to actually angle your products. Even if your product's a winner, you probably could go ahead and get more of a direct angle to a market that gives you that consistency even further. So don't be afraid to kind of, I would say adapt with your marketing angle depending on how well you're doing. A lot of people can increase the revenue just on changing the marketing angle and their verbiage and the ads, their videos, their creative, and their copy. Okay. Many people hit a ceiling because they're only focusing on one certain niche or one certain market with one certain angle. When you start testing and have a campaign called the sandbox campaign, hit Ignacio, with different angles and different actual videos and copy, you're going to see yourself, and Jesus, you're going to see yourself getting different KPIs in cost per acquisition depending on the angle of the product. You can literally convert lower, cheaper, more profitably just by changing the angle that you're hooking the consumer with. This particular item, okay, I have mixed relationships with, and I'll tell you why. I'm overall a fan of the item, okay, but you have to make sure, okay, is the following. There's a lot of different products here that obviously serve the same purpose, okay? And quite frankly, this item does serve a similar purpose to other actual massage goods out there. You have to be sure to go ahead and make sure your specific item actually moves forward, okay, and actually is a bit differentiated compared to what's already out there. That's the most important part here, okay? Actually showing differentiation in your products, because this massage niche, okay, arthritis, joint pain, wrist pain, all of these different things, okay, are very, very passionate and are very, very logical as well. And not just because they're passionate because they have pain or soreness, they're going to be extra logical. So if your product here does not serve massive differentiation, okay, you're not going to be able to go ahead and sell the particular item. So you must make sure that this particular item, okay, actually has differentiation compared to other items out there. Okay, if you could change up the angling and actually showcase that your product has a better, let's say, actual grip or better blood flow circulation, you need to make sure that you can actually use points and keywords like that to separate yourself from the peanut gallery of other people who are selling the same item. Keep that in mind. Massively, massively, massively important. Okay, so I will pass this item if you could find a differentiation compared to what else is also out there. And it also bleeds through in your marketing angle and your videos. Massively important. If you can't find anything specifically different that you can highlight in your copy and your videos that makes the experience better, you won't be able to actually go ahead and market it. As we approach this product, let me tell you why this product has graduated to be something that could be very, very potent and do well. As you start to see products come out of the woodworks, and you start to see them in public, okay? Wow, okay? I see people wearing this at the bar if they're a bartender. Okay, I see people wearing this on a sports game. Wow, I see people wearing this as they run. Just like these anti-cellulite leggings, okay, that have been massive winners, okay? Massive winners. You're gonna see that as you start to see them in person, people wearing them, okay, they're buying them online. They're getting hit with ads. They're buying them. They're buying them. That's the same thing for this particular product here. Very simple, very basic, but as you can see, the orders are getting run up fairly quickly, which is phenomenal. And if you check, okay, back from a week-to-week basis and see the orders continuing to increase, you'll note that, yes, it's selling very well, and people are also probably getting sourcing for it also. So an item like this, at first, it's a bit iffy, but as you see the growth and you start to see people wearing it in the public, it's a great, great, great sign to say, hey, this is a good product. Let me go ahead and get my hands on it and get a piece of the pie. This product could do very, very well, and I've seen it do very, very well. All right, hopefully you ladies and gents enjoyed that incredible product audit and walkthrough as to why certain products are winners and why some products just won't work so well also. So guys, definitely rewatch the entire video. Okay, pause it, write down notes, and actually hear each point that I make here, because each of these points are made and created by user demand, right? And that's ultimately what will drive your specific actual consistency and sales within your business, guys. So keep that in mind. Leave a like in the video, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.